Hello everyone and welcome to Shared Lantern Tarot. My name is Sophie and welcome to my channel. I apologize, I haven't posted in over 7 days. I was sick, so sometimes it happens. As you can see, I'm trying to do something with the background here. It's a work in progress. But at least you don't see a mattress behind me with all kinds of paint tubs beside it and things like that. So that's very important. I think it's better this way, but it'll get even better, hopefully. Okay, today, what are we going to read about? I have a question regarding the last reading that we've done in pertaining to the middle power countries, and if they'll be able to build eventually a coalition or work together to get better deals against the superpower countries. And as you know, first of all, I must mention that this is not a news channel. This is a tarot reading channel, at the end of which we're going to have a little session to, take the pressure down a little bit. And so what I'm saying here is not to be taken as a source of information, just so you know. So going back to what I was saying, I'm just wondering if the fact that the tariffs, yay, have been ruled as being unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, if that is going to change anything to the way the middle countries were about to start working together. So we had said that yes, eventually they'll build something. However, they will. It will take time, and someone will need to take the lead on that. And here in Canada, we have some newspaper article that was saying that Mark Carney was really trying to get something started. So, but since then, the tariffs have been canceled. So where are we at with that? Are we going to see the middle power countries continue to work together as they were planning to do so prior to the cancellation of the tariffs, the US tariffs? I think the answer is a yes. They're looking at the work that they've done, and they want to provide for their families, for their country, and they're looking at, okay, this is what we've already got done so far, and something is going. I have a feeling that something is going to happen that's going to put the fire under their bottom again, to let things happening, and they're going to unite in order to have this happen. But first, I think they need to feel pain before it happens. But I think it will happen. Now, there is also, I want to congratulate our Canadian hockey team for winning silver, and the US hockey team for winning gold at the Olympics. I was watching it. I was at the edge of my seat, and I was feeling for our Canadian guys that had worked so hard to win, and it's the third gold medal that the US wins against the Canadian in the Olympics, the history of the Olympics, and they were heartbroken. You could feel that they were heartbroken. They had worked very hard, and apparently, in hockey, winning silver, it's like losing. But I still want to say that I'm very, very proud of them. They worked very hard, and winning silver at the Olympics, it's like winning. To me, it's like winning. If you win a medal at the Olympics, that means you're very, very good. So I want to say that first. The other thing that I would like to do is, let me check something here. Ukraine accused Hungary and Slovakia of blackmail over threats to cut the electricity. Now, there is a Russian drone that struck the pipeline, and that is being repaired. But apparently, it's creating some issues, some diplomatic issues, and um, yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'd like to see, is there really blackmail? Is um, Slovakia and Hungary doing things to hurt Ukraine in providing them with electricity? I feel yes. And some cards fell off as I said that. Yeah. I apologize. Come on. Sorry about that. It took a while. Ukraine is telling the truth, and it's creating a lot of anxiety, especially since we are in the middle of winter. And I don't know what winter is like in Ukraine, but I do know what it's like in Canada. It's cold. It's really, really cold. So, yeah, there definitely is blackmail or some kinds of delay being created by Ukraine, not by Ukraine, by Hungary and Slovakia. And I get the Queen of Cups in reverse. And it's the first time I really pay attention to this. See here, I don't know if you can see, these here are like bow ties. They're like something tying two pieces of cloth together. I feel like they're it, huh. Ooh. Okay. I feel like there are two pieces that are being tied together. I know this is not the definition of the Queen of Cups. This is the image here that I'm getting, that my eyes jump to that here. And with the cup here, I see what I see. It's like lobster claws. So um, Hungary and especially Slovakia, they're 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 being they're in a tough place. And I get the Chariot and Temperance. Chariot means speed, but it's also a duality, eh? The black and the white lions. And but there's speed, and then you have the Temperance, again duality, but also putting water in your wine. So are going to there's an urgent need for compromise to be made. And I feel that Slovakia mostly, Hungary is following Russia very voluntarily, but Slovakia, I feel that there's something there that is creating the issue. And that's, I see nightmares, anxiety with Ukraine, but also with Slovakia. I'm wondering I don't know if I don't know, but it's the Sword of Truth. That's the first card that came out. The Sword of Truth. So, yeah. The other thing that I wanted to look at is the royal family in crisis. There's an armed man shot and killed after entering a secure perimeter at Mar-a-Lago. Oh, Mexico. There's violence. Canadians have been urged not to travel to Mexico as violence explodes in the wake of cartel leader's death. So, yeah, it's not a good place to go, I would say. Because, yeah, the guy's dead. Top cartel boss killed as violence engulfs Puerto Vallarta in several states, Mexico says. Is Mexico, when it, no, we can't ask that question. Is the cartel issue in Mexico going to be resolved anytime soon? Is the Mexican government able or wanting to create yeah, is the Mexican government doing anything to resolve cartel issues in Mexico? Is the Mexican government doing anything to resolve cartel issues in Mexico? Let's see here. When you think about this, they're looking at their riches and they're thinking, why would I do anything? They're in cahoots with them. You know, it's in the past there was some issues with feeding the family, uniting with the family, and the cartels have solved some of these issues. I'm saying that. I don't even know if that's true or not. I don't even know if that's true or not. But there's a celebration also about this cartel having been attacked. And then there is the Five of Swords, you know, people being embattled. And I feel that this guy here is saying, okay, I'm walking away, but watch out. We're coming back to this. So I frankly feel that the Mexican government is not working very hard because they're working, you know, the cartel is interesting to them. They're getting paid, and because the government, that's the government right now, and they're dreaming of their riches. Sorry guys, I wish I had better news. So what I'd like to know for the last reading, pardon me, last but not least, oh yeah, the Iran and US. As you know, Iran is under threats by the US that if things don't change, the US is going to bombard them. I don't know if I read that somewhere or if I had a dream, because I have very strange dreams, which I never do usually. But I was told that the Iranians are moving some of their people, some of their civilians, into safer grounds, or some Iranians are moving to safer grounds, one or the other. Now, I want to know, there are talks that are going to happen in Geneva between the US and Iran on Thursday. And I'd like to know if there will be successful or if the US is going to be bombarding Iran. I know the United States of America is a superpower, military superpower, but It's spreading itself thin, very, very thin. It's not a good thing for them. So are they going to bombard Iran? Okay, they're going to bombard Iran. They're going to bombard Iran. They want to show us. They want to make a show of strength in Geneva. There's going to be some success in the talks. I see this King of Sword. My deck is not mixed right, reversed and upright cards, but I see this King of Sword like this. So that means that the US might, I think the US might bombard Iran in spite of the talks, because they want to make a show of strength and they want to show that they are successful at what they do. And I see that King in reverse. I hope I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope that things in Iran will be resolved as quickly as possible, and that people in Iran, especially the women in Iran, are going to have freedom, and they don't right now. So last but not least, I'm going to read a I'm sorry, this is a oracle deck from Matt Kahn. It's called the Healing Mantra, and okay, the Healing Mantra. The Healing Mantra. Give us a card to help us live through these difficult times. You know, we are switching. The world is changing. The age of the world is changing, and we're going through very difficult growing pains. Very, very difficult. And we were spoiled all our lives, and that's what makes it difficult now, even more so. So it's time for us to take stock into what do we have right now with us, and be thankful. Practice gratitude. Be thankful. You know, what are you grateful for, and why? Why are you grateful for these things? That's very important. That brings so much peace and warmth inside. It makes a big difference for me. So, the card that I get is about illuminating the truth. Illuminating the truth. It's not very visible here. And on the other side it says, I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. So let me see here if I can see the card. When the truth is illuminated, you are no longer willing to settle for opinions, but instead yearn for a direct reflection that can shift fear and apprehension into higher vibrations of acceptance. In the illuminating of truth, it doesn't matter how much life gets inconvenienced, or disrupted. Instead, the recognition of fact versus falsehood allows you to move past the shattering of expectations of commune with a reality beyond the horizon of your ingrained ideas. This mantra is ideal for recovering from betrayal, healing abandonment, and dealing with distrust. Okay. I am willing to see things clearly, no matter the outcome. This is good. This is really good. This is so appropriate for our time. So, for now, let's take deep breaths and let's look at, like I said, take stock of what we have now. Our family, our friends. Let's define what wealth truly is. Is it having a stack of paper in our wallet? Or is it simply to have a roof over our shoulders and be close to our families and friends? That makes all the difference, doesn't it? Because when times are rough and tough, if you don't have family and friends around, what is money worth? So take good care of yourself, and we'll see you till next light. Bye.